Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Finals of Paddling Pool 229. We have got our bottles of water. We are ready to go, and it is Please Forfeit versus slight plot twist, Octob Pickup. I understand, Pat.
Yeah, from what I've heard, this is not all of Octopi. They have a few extras, and these extras have been paying off. Octopi is in finals, and they have to go against Please Forfeit, and Please Forfeit have shown us what they're able to do in that semi-final.
Yeah, they've shown us that Game 5 is absolutely just another game to them. It does not affect their performance in any way, but clearly whoever is on Octob Pickup, it's like when on Dragon Ball they do the fusion dance. It clearly has just multiplied their power level because they've been on a tear this evening. This has been a pretty stacked paddling pool, and they've had multiple 2-0s, and then they've just 3-1'd against Mango Heckmech, who've been really on form this evening as well. So we will see. We're not going to waste any time here as we kick it off. We are over to Undertow Tower, I believe, Pat. Is that right, for our starting game?
Yep. And the top tower, and we see no real change in composition on the side of Please Forfeit. Zenith sticking with the splatter shot. Meanwhile, on the side of Octob Pickup, an editor too from Potato. We've seen Potato be so good with Charger.
And Lemon here as well. Absolutely disgusting wiper gameplay. I was just about to say Zenith will know how to deal with other wipers, but you cannot. You can't counter getting slapped like that at close range. And Octob Pickup, any doubters, look at what you're seeing here right now.
Yeah, Octopi, great opening. They are already at checkpoint 2, and Potato just keeping players at bay. Aloha looking to just top things with the inkjet. Getting it.
Yeah, very nice inkjet. That is possibly going to be enough. That checkpoint is very damaged, but has not quite been secured. So very strong opening statement from Octob Pickup, but by no means safe. Just a way to make sure that Please Forfeit are alert and sharp, and they've proven that they are.
This Octopi is on fire, and I love it. Please Forfeit is just struggling. Please Forfeit is not supposed to be struggling. This is not normal.
I mean, I'm trying to really get a sense of what Please Forfeit are doing wrong, but I don't think they are. I think Octob Pickup are just like, they're just working off that momentum right now. And they're just keeping up that aggression. The wave breaker, they're quite nicely placed to make it hard to aggress the tower, but losing the try there, possibly going to be quite challenging. They are still keeping that momentum going. 2 players are down on Please Forfeit here, and the Zuka is at the ready on Luna's part, so there was potential there to keep that going, but unfortunately, Tower is beginning to reset. But as we know, this can be a slow and steady. You can chip away at those checkpoints as long as you keep momentum, but it does require consistency. And here's Zenith saying, you want to shut me down when I've got Zuka? I'm going to get another one ready. And that was beautifully done. That is creating and enabling a push here now. Kaynard, no doubt, getting that big bubbler ready to make this a challenging push for Octob Pickup to start.
Yeah, and now it's Please Forfeit getting momentum, getting control 3v3 though. And it looks like they're going to get to that checkpoint of themselves. Kana with the bubbler is going to stay on tower as long as they can. And Please Forfeit not getting the lead, not getting the checkpoint, but at least showing what they can do and getting back into that game that had been like completely controlled by Octopi until then.
Yeah, and suddenly we are looking at what I was going to say is a very balanced and even game, but actually momentum-wise right now, Please Forfeit dictating the pace. Another 3 down. Specials at the ready. Zenith with yet another Zuka, not quite doing the damage that the last one did. Expending quite a lot of resources there and not getting much results. So this is going to be much more of a neutral situation. Octob Pickup probably best place to get the next push, to be honest.
Yeah, Octopi is back on the attack, but they are losing players again, and it looks like it's just a wiper on the side of Octopi. They're going to be pushed out, like shoot out of mid, and they're going to have to let Please Forfeit get back in there, and with that editor safely on the tower, Please Forfeit is looking to get rid of that second checkpoint.
And Yoshel, we know their name for a reason. They've always been a menace. But here we go. We've got a wipeout. This is huge for Please Forfeit. Only a minute on the clock as well. So any extra point is going to be major damage here in terms of morale for Octopi. And it does not end the jet, extending the push even more so. All checkpoints destroyed. Please Forfeit possibly fishing for a knockout here to make a statement.
No KO for Please Forfeit, but they got rid of every checkpoint, and there's just 40 seconds left, Chili. And Please Forfeit, they look stronger with every second passing.
They definitely just take that bit of time to get a sense of things and feel it out, but they just level up the more they get to know how their opponents are playing. 23 seconds on the clock as well. It is absolutely devastating to try and recover from a 10-point push, but Octopi, they have a good opportunity here. Got the numbers. That's a gorgeous snipe there, shutting your shell down. And look at Lemon getting cornered in the corner. So this is their chance, Pat. They have a good opportunity here as we're about to go into overtime.
And it looks like Octopi is just one checkpoint away from getting that game. And what's happening? What's happening, Chili?
Luna there! What? Luna popping away with a 1v1 on the top with apologies for that just evolving into noises, but the bobbing and weaving going on in the tower there, I'm pretty sure there is a charger going for tap shots there at the end to shut that down. But again, the script kicks in, Pat, and we get the glorious, the dopamine-fueled overtime comeback that is just such a pleasure to watch. Octopi had one chance there under immense pressure to see that through and clutched it. So any doubters, you might want to reconsider.
Put some hype in the chat. Octopi brings the heat and gets game one. And this is just game one of the finals.
Elite try 1v1 there to confirm at the end. Thanks, Conroe. I thought it was that, but I was like, is that really what that match ended like? And this is what you are watching is glorious Splatoon gameplay. That is why we all get together on Wednesday night. That is why this wonderful community is growing all the time. And thank you so much for joining us. We've got potentially 4 really juicy counter picks here.
Oh yeah, but first we're going to Haggerfish though.
Yeah, why are you even pretending it's going to be anything else? We know the drill right now. It should be Hagglefish zones, but last time we had to wait a good couple of minutes only for us to go with what we know Please Forfeit do, which is go to Hagglefish zones and cause carnage. Although maybe based on the fact that they lost there last time, they're going to wait a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fluke, just a fluke. Yeah. They'll be back there.
I can't believe this right now.
I mean, we will see, but that's a game one. Like Octopi I did not expect that.
No, and it's huge because it dictates the pace, doesn't it? Now in terms of counter picks, does look like we're actually going to museum zones. That I was not expecting that, but that's they have performed incredibly well there tonight. Please Forfeit. We just saw them end that previously close set very quickly on game 5 here, so maybe they're just riding off that momentum and ready to kind of pull out that exact same strategy. But Octopi taking that game 1 is bigger even than it seems, because in terms of counter pick order now, if we do go to a game 5, it is on Octopi's terms. That is huge. But Please Forfeit was so scary on this map just a few minutes ago, so it's a good choice.
Yep, and here we go. Octopi ditching the Elite for a splatter scope. Meanwhile, Yosha are bringing the Elite scope. And Zenith sticking with the splatter shot, not wanting to go back to the wiper. Come on, Zenith, we love to see you play wiper.
Yeah, it feels like with Please Forfeit, the lock-in is always Aloha on Try and K-Node on Junior, and then Zenith alternates between shot and wiper, and your shell swaps between like every good anchor weapon in the game. But it looks like Please Forfeit do get opening zone, but it is going to be incredibly short-lived here. Looking at the picks from Octopi, they're just taking their time here to get something going, and now they are juiced up, and oh my god, juiced up Octopi. Based on how that was going last game, it's going to be destruction, and they're not wasting any time with the picks, Pat.
Oh yeah, Octopi is looking to get in, not managing to get onto that platform though. That's going to give Please Forfeit the opportunity to really mount a push. Your shell gets picked up, but they don't mind. Kana has a bubble onto the zone, and that allows them like to paint as much as they want. Penalties not applied though. You have to paint the zone, Please Forfeit. You know you do. You want to. Come on.
It's hard. This is not the easiest zone to reclaim. Please Forfeit are going to finally do so, but it is genuinely quite a challenging one to cap. Your shell, just to say as well, that pick they got on Lemon when they tried to jump into their plat was huge, because that could have made it so much messier. But look at that. Look how quickly Octopi have recovered there. Wasted no time at all, and the Stamper out again, being punished by your shell. They've had enough of the Stamper getting in their face.
Yeah, Octopi looks so good tonight, and Aloha has something to say about it though. He's going to get a pick, he's going to not get a pick, not get another though. That's going to be a trade for Aloha. Octopi keeping control, and Please Forfeit just not able to apply penalty right now. Okay, they finally do.
They do, but they just cannot afford trades, especially with the composition difference in the sense that Octopi can be juiced up. Please Forfeit have no tactical lure in their midst, so every trade is incredibly painful. But Zenith is positioned wonderfully right now. This is quite a hard part of the map to get to on zones, and Zenith here can do a lot to cause major carnage. They are having to drop back down, but they have managed to stall for a good amount of time. And here comes the tri-strike, creating the opportunity here, not only to reclaim the zone, but cause some major damage, and Lemon not wasting any time taking advantage of that. Octopi holding their lead, although they did have to work a bit better for it that time.
What a way to get control back for Octopi. Please Forfeit back in there though, like painting the zone back right away. Aloha getting picked, not able to apply even more pressure on the platform. And but Please Forfeit, they don't have that much penalty left. They have like chipped at it throughout the game, and right now they are looking to get that lead.
Yeah, and they've expended their Zuka as well, and Yoshell did not go down, so you're going to have Yoshell on a pillar, and Kanan with the big bubbler block into bomb and pressure combo. Disgusting stuff, and Please Forfeit now, not only with the lead, but set up really nicely from a positional advantage here to potentially close this out. Potato getting that tri-strike ready to do what they can to force them off the central pillar. And with 2 picks, there is an opportunity for Octopi to do it again and get a cap, Pat. But it looks like they're struggling. They are going to do so, and we know you cannot count them out until they are knocked out completely. So we still have a game on our hands here. It's only the try up for Please Forfeit.
Yeah, we've seen a comeback before on the side of Octopi. We've seen that in the previous game. This is far from over, and Octopi are done with the penalty. And they're scoring right now, and they're on the platform. They are doing so much! It's 2 down for Please Forfeit. Octopi is going to get game 2 if they keep that.
And I wasn't sure why Luna dropped down there. I thought that might have been a mistake, but it was enough to get the pick, and it is enough to get the lead as well. So they are holding, and tri-strike just to ensure the zone was not stopped. But this, again, a scenario where Please Forfeit look like they've recovered enough. They look like they've done what they need to do to get the lead back, to assert themselves and to take the game. But the resilience on Octopi this evening is just something else. Like, if they're not knocked out, they're a massive threat.
It's crazy. Wow.
They don't even seem to hesitate. That's the thing. Like, you sometimes see a bit of nerves kicking and people start to stall and take their time, but it feels like they're just constantly go, go, go. They don't even slow down what they're doing.
Octopi they get so much energy from being the underdogs. Like, they don't care. Please Forfeit, this is their home turf. This is the tournament. They win. This is the usual business for them. And right now, this pesky meddling kids are not letting Please Forfeit do anything.
Raggy? Oh god, this is we might be seeing a Titan get dethroned here, Pat. Please Forfeit have to win 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And if they win this one, 2 more on Octopi's terms, based on how they're playing this evening, I wouldn't want to be them right now. And I say that with massive respect for the talent on Please Forfeit. If there's any team that will reverse this, it is them. But Octopi are monsters this evening. Absolute peak.
And we are going to go to Tower Control on Sturgeon Shipyard. And that's Please Forfeit final counter pick of the night.
So the Hacklefish Zones is the script is
I guess
burned. It is ripped up. It is destroyed.
It's dead. What's happening? This is the end of something, Chili Boy. This is the end of Please Forfeit coming in the tournament, counterpicking Hagglefish for the only game they're going to lose in the tournament and just winning. And
we're gonna have to get new material, Pat. It's a disaster.
Yes.
We always make that comment every time, and that joke is dead. And Sturgeon's a gamble. Sturgeon Tower is steamroll central if you make a mistake. This is risky.
You things. We have to get new material because of you, Octopi.
This is we're seeing Zenith on the Nautilus.
Yeah, I mean Zenith is tired of the splatter shot. Zenith needs a change of pace, and Zenith is going to bring the Nautilus. I don't know what's happening. The Please Forfeit is looking to get things going. Zenith is going to get a trade.
They nearly got the charger as well. I heard multiple hit confirms on that charger. That must have been a one shot from finishing them as well. That would have given them so much more breathing room on this push. But that being said, they're still doing really well here. They're managing to stay up. They've only lost Kaned. The tower is going to reset, unfortunately. Not able to capitalize off the wave breaker, but I think that was smart from Please Forfeit. They could have aggressed and been heavily punished for doing so. They slowed down a little bit. And now Aloha saying, "Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll make it happen." And now it looks like this is good for Please Forfeit. The checkpoint's gone. There were 2 down on Octopi. They are coming up to the next checkpoint already. And how aggressive is this gameplay right now from them? It is absolutely stellar stuff. This is the Please Forfeit we're used to seeing in Grand Finals.
Yeah, this is the Please Forfeit that keeps Octopi staggered and just move forward. That's the script. That's what you're supposed to do.
That is, do you know what? A part of me was thinking that game 5 in semi-finals might have got them a bit nervous, might have shook them a little bit, might have, impacted them from playing at their best. But if they can whip that out on tournament point and get a knockout that smoothly, I don't want to predict how this set's going to go anymore.
Actually, had this been game 1, we would have called it by now. We would have said, okay, Please Forfeit's just better. They are plowing from them, and this is going to be a 3-0 so fast.
Yeah, we would have probably written Octopi off, wouldn't we?
But after these first 2 games, I don't know. I have no idea. Was Please Forfeit asleep and they just woke up? Is Octopi on fire and they just let Please Forfeit get 1 game and now they're gonna go on the counter pick and absolutely destroy them? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, and I'm not allowed to blink anymore because it's going to be Rainmaker. Oh.
Rainmaker Scorch Gorge, that's where you go? That is gonna divide opinion, I think. That is that's a map, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a brutal one. It's a map where no lead is safe. It's a map where things can be so slow, where you can delay things for so long into mid.
Yeah.
But you can't blink.
Yeah, I honestly, at the moment, I
so
feel like
slow
we finished
and so fast.
Yeah, like we finish a sentence and the whole game state has changed, hasn't it? Like that is honestly what it feels like at the moment. And I guess the other variable to consider is not just please forfeit here on the back foot, but Octopi as well. They're probably not used to being in grand finals with this amount of pressure on them, so it could be the nerves kicking in for them as well. We'll have to see. What are we going to see Zenith whip out? Zenith sticking with the Nautilus, and I don't blame them because they went on an absolute tear last game. I didn't even know they had a Nautilus of that caliber at their disposal.
Oh yeah, Zenith, like, always has such a great Nautilus player. And, bringing it back...
Oh no!
What? What? Supply!
Post-patch Zuka! Post-patch Zuka, everybody!
No, that was a one-shot. That was, like, that had nothing to do with the, like, two shots. That was just, like, Zuka being so good already. And don't clump together, and Octopi is getting first blood, and that's a lot of blood.
That is a lot of blood, and interestingly though, despite the wipeout, they haven't been able to push too deep. They're getting the chance to move forward now, but please forfeit.
Oh!
What just happened? Everybody just died! Okay, that is a good recovery for please forfeit, given how rough that start was looking. Octopi could have done way more damage than they did, but that is gonna spook please forfeit. They're gonna have to center themselves and make something happen. They look at Knod's beautiful big bubbler though, immediately getting the checkpoint back. So we do have a much more balanced game on our hands than that could have looked, but what a scary start.
Aloha is looking to give so much right now because please forfeit can just move forward. Oh, what? Oh no, Veronica was grabbed by Octopi. That's going to win so much time for Octopi, but Yoshel has the vacuum and the bubble. That's going to be a 24 for please forfeit, and please forfeit, it's just Aloha right now. And that's going to be the end of that push unless Aloha... No, Aloha, you can't. Come on, Aloha.
Aloha's being cheeky, though. I knew what they were thinking. They did manage to take one out, which is, you know, it stalls Octopi's ability to start making some progress and recover, so not a bad decision at all.
Yeah. Although, they took one out. They also took so much time, and right now both teams are in mid, and please forfeit and Octopi are on even ground in mid right now.
Yeah, Luna opting to use the stamp there to break the shield just to get a bit of map control in mid. I understand why they want to get some momentum in the center here, given how this is looking. They are not going to waste any time trying to aggress and get a push going, but losing their wiper is going to affect their ability to get the opening they need. They are going to stall and regroup. The tactical buffs are going to run out shortly, and please forfeit here. Doing a good job of not just getting that lead, but keeping up some aggressive play. They're not going to settle for 24. I reckon they're going to try and be on Octopi all game here.
Yeah, and like both teams are now fighting for mid. You know that nothing will happen until one team really gets big numbers advantage and the opportunity to push up. Because on this mid, with like two backliners of the caliber of Potato and Yoshel, like things can be shut down so easily. You need to have such a good advantage if you want to push forward, and push forward is Octopi right now. Lemon bringing the pressure,
and the escort. The escort of the new Inkvac, and also get another Inkvac is disgusting.
7 points away.
We've been talking for a while now about the Inkvac being buffed, not just in the sense of it being respected more and the meta and being used, but the power of that burst shot. And not only did the Inkvac there serve as an amazing escort, but it helped that second pop to get a huge push. Please forfeit now have 1 minute to push to 6-pack.
Luna getting the double from the cheeky shark. And right now, please forfeit is scrambling. They have less than a minute to get a monster push going, and Luna is still there, finally gets punished. Can now just like struggling to stay alive with the Rainmaker, keep things going. Okay, please forfeit has numbers advantage, but they need such a big push right now.
Yeah, they need so much more than just being 1 or 2 players up here. They're asking to push to 6. You effectively need a wipe for as close as possible. And Octopi know that they can sit with this now. There's 20 seconds to kill. They don't have to aggress. They don't have to put themselves in an uncomfortable position, and they can use that Rainmaker, get their specials ready, and just create an impenetrable wall. And with 5 seconds to go, 4, 3, 2, they are going to pick it up and try and make something happen. But how do you get through this defensive wall from Octopi at this stage in the game, Pat?
This is the final push for Please Forfeit. They need a miracle right now. Aloha trying to get as much as they can, but that's not going to be enough. Octopi has 2 specials at the ready. We see Lemon getting pinks, and that's it.
My. What a finals. What a set, really. That is Octopi, remember that name, you know? That is an incredible team, and Please Forfeit, who are just such talented players and so consistent, found themselves outplayed this evening, and we don't say that often.
Yeah, that was like Octopi just a month ago. They were not coming to finals. They had no shot at it, and right now Octopi is your champions, and yeah, like Octopi just showing us what they're capable of, how good they are, how much they grinded, how much they progressed, and I don't know. That's crazy.
And the recovery as well from what was a dominant game 3 from Please Forfeit as well. That could have got under Octopi's skin. That could have really thrown them, but they shrugged it off. They had faith. They made a frankly psychotic counterpick to Rainmaker Scorch Gorge, and then showed me why they went there. And can't critique them with a performance like that. That was absolutely amazing gameplay, and it was also a beautiful showcase of the new ink back in action as well, even though it has always been, I think, underappreciated. But now people are really seeing why that thing is so scary, especially on choke points like more thin ramp areas. Folks, thank you so much for joining us this evening. That this has just been such a privilege to cast and be a part of, and the energy in the chat over those last few games in particular has been absolutely stellar. So yeah, this community is wonderful, and I'm feeling the appreciation right now, man.
Yeah, that was so good. And speaking of community, Chili, where can the good people of the community find you?
You can find me, folks, at Twitter, not X, Twitter, chiliboy_splat, as spelled on screen. Do pop by and say hello. I'm normally talking tri-stringer and just also highlighting just insane sets in the community. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. Chiliboy on Discord as well. Where can people find you, Pat?
You can find me on Twitter at PatAutumn. And you'll also be able to find me commentating Squid Junction on Saturday. This will be a golden Squid Junction. This will be Squid Junction 50. It's going to be a big one, a fantastic one. A lot of big teams have registered, and you have to come watch. It's on a time that works for both EU and NA, so like really don't hesitate and come watch.
Yeah, Pat is everywhere at the moment commentating, and I mean that in the best way. This gentleman is a absolute pleasure to commentate with, and always brings the hype. So yeah, I look forward to seeing him at Squid Junction. I do believe we're about to do a raid shortly over to Slamming Cup as well, which is another tournament that is underway. Just want to give a quick shout out to our streamer as well, Brownie. Yeah, always helping us run the show and keep things as smooth as possible. Yeah. It's thank you so much for joining us, folks, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.